Imagine a company so powerful that it didn't just use the internet, it was the internet. In the year 2000, one single company carried 75% of all North American internet traffic. It was the crown jewel of global tech, worth more than the entire GDP of some nations. But in less than a decade, that $400 billion empire didn't just shrink. It vanished into a cloud of scandal, bad bets, and bankruptcy. This is the story of Nortel Networks, the giant that built the digital world and then accidentally burnt it down. 1895 to 1997, from handsets to the digital world. The story began in 1895 as Northern Electric, a small offshoot making telephone handsets. For decades, they were the reliable utility company of Canada. However, their true rise began in the 1970s when they took a massive gamble. Nortel launched Digital World, the first complete line of fully digital telecommunications products. They beat the giants like AT&T to the punch, positioning themselves as the architects of the coming information superhighway. 1998 to 2000, the $400 billion peak. As the dot-com bubble began to inflate, Nortel transformed from a hardware company into a speculative rocket ship. Under CEO John Roth, the company went on a multi-billion-dollar shopping spree, acquiring fiber optic startups at breakneck speed. By September 2000, Nortel's stock was the sun that the Canadian economy orbited. It accounted for 35% of the total value of the Toronto Stock Exchange. At its peak, the company was valued at $398 billion. Everyone, from Wall Street moguls to school teachers, had their life savings tied to the Nortel logo. 2001 to 2003, the bubble bursts and the cookie jar. When the dot-com bubble finally popped in 2001, the high-speed dream turned into a nightmare. Demand for fiber optics evaporated overnight. Nortel's stock plummeted to pennies. But as the ship was sinking, a darker story emerged. Executives were accused of using cookie jar accounting. Why? To trigger tens of millions of dollars in personal performance bonuses while the company's actual value was bleeding out. 2004 to 2008, the arrogance of the giant. While competitors like Cisco and Huawei were pivoting to mobile standards, Nortel stubbornly stuck to its own proprietary tech. This culture of arrogance blinded them to the reality that the world had moved on. The giant wasn't just losing money, it had lost its soul. 2009, the final collapse. On January 14, 2009, the inevitable happened. Nortel filed for bankruptcy. Its massive patent portfolio, the DNA of the modern smartphone, was auctioned off to Apple and Microsoft. Thousands of employees lost their jobs, and pensioners saw their security vanish. Nortel's fall is a haunting reminder that in tech, no one is too big to fail. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe to Talking Tech for more stories on the tech that changed the world.